Ilibidi niokoke ndo niwashe jiko. Siko kwa kanaliti juu niko ridho. Ulimi bado ridhe, risasi zipo. Mistari bado kali na mizani zipo. Silabi simple kama A-E-I-O-U. Rudia mara twice A-E-I-O-U. Kati chingi za calling na
so many times I have asked myself, what is my identity? What can people say about me? What is my identity in the society? Who do I deserve in my life? Who should walk with me in my life? When I found an answer, I felt it safe to share with you in the Youth 254 role. Dear viewer, I know you also have the same questions. You don't know who you are. Stay tuned with me, Peter Orinyo. Most of us, as young men and women, we like to know who are we, what are we meant for, and who should we be. And I think the most common reason is that as young men, we have that desire, we have that anxiety of trying to be like somebody. If not so, some of us will lose identity after the people we depend on so much move out of our lives. The people who give us titles, the people who give us identities, when they move out of us, we like to know, now who are we? My brother and sister, you don't need anybody's body to be somebody. That is what you should have in mind. After now we have no idea of our identity, we now start classifying ourselves. We now start saying, I've not made it in life. Brother, sister, nobody in life was born a winner or loser. But in between, there is a process of becoming. Now, what you do in the process of becoming will categorize you to be a winner or loser. And the process of becoming comes in the time when you are a youth, when you are a young man, you have efforts. What you do in between there, you now become a winner or a loser. Something funny again with human beings, we want success that we never work for. Human beings want to go to heaven, but something funny with it is we don't want to die, but we want to be in heaven. We have to work for something for us to get it. For you to be identified as a successor, you must work for it. You have to go for that something that is calling you. There is a trending activity between young men and women. You know, we have a desire of getting wealth. We are hankering for money. We are hankering to have all the luxurious stuffs. Well, that is human, that is nature. Everybody wants it. But now the channel we are going as young men. Some of us even find ourselves with the so-called sponsors. Nowadays I'm told there is a name called prayer partners. So funny. Now, there is something I want to let you know as a young man. Sponsors, yes, they got money, good money. But know in mind that these people were once young as we. They were in universities as we are. Nobody is born with money. Everybody looks for money. In fact, some of us are even in a better place. Some of these people with money nowadays could not afford slippers in those days. But now they have money. They also don't think of where they came from and try to mentor us to reach their standards. Instead, they are spoiling us with money. You don't have money and you don't have any source of money. And you are between 18 to 35 years. You are between 18 to 35 years. You are just in the right track, brother. You are in the process of becoming. Move, make efforts. Don't go for shortcuts. As a young man, just use the efforts. Use the resources around you. Use what you have to be what you want. Don't look for what you want. Make what you have at hand be the real of what you want. Don't look for what you want. Again, young men are full of shortcuts. We don't want to face hardship. In life, there are no shortcuts. We just have to hit the nail on its head. If you find yourselves in hardship, don't blame yourself. Don't feel that you are not that human being that God made you to be. He's preparing you for something. And if you overcome the age of being a youth and you've done nothing, you have no identity, then you are not born to be where you are. It's what you did in the past and what you are doing currently that has made you be where you are. Principle number 1 in finding identity is identify your uniqueness. You have something so unique in you that is not found in anybody. Just as the same way your fingerprint is so unique. Find your identity, sit and draft. What do I have that other people are not having? Don't see the common things that people are having. That unique thing you are having is what can create your identity. People will uniquely identify you using your uniqueness. Principle number 2, work on your mission. Set a mission and a standard. After you have known your identity, now make small missions that you can achieve but have a big standard. Just as Jesus Christ, his mission was to the poor, but his standard was higher. Make missions that you will achieve. These missions will bridge you to the standard you deserve. Principle number 3, work on your weakness. You have no identity because your weakness has broken you. You are not where you want because of your weakness. Identify your weakness. Find where do I give up so easily? Giving up is a weakness. There is something that if you want to do, and again something in your back tells you no, that is a weakness. Find that weakness. Find a way of handling your weakness, because your weaknesses will do nothing to you but avoid you from reaching who you are meant to be. After you have found your uniqueness, you have set a mission and standard, you have identified how unique you are, now adjust to changes. There are things in life you just have to leave them for you to go somewhere. There are things that we hold so much in life, and these things that we hold so much are the ones dragging us behind. Brother and sister, leave them. No matter how promising they are, but they are not on your way to your identity. Adjust. Give change. Let change take part of you. Let change be in you. Accept to change. You will feel unique, you will feel confronted, but after some time, you will just know, oh my God, I made a very nice decision. I stopped doing this, and now I'm very comfortable and happy. Now, those 3 principles cannot be separated with the following characters. Characters that you must have in life, whether you like it or not. If you want to achieve your identity, have these 3 characters. Character number 1, be God-fearing. The Bible says, he who involves God in his activities walks with God. You know, our God is a jealous God. God wants us to lower ourselves down, to ask for him to provide. He wants to be the provider, and he wants to take responsibility of us. But now we find it hard because we sometimes feel that we want to provide for ourselves. Our God cannot allow us to provide. He wants us to depend on Him, and we should find ways to improve our relationship with God. If you involve God in your activities, He will always make a way. Character number 2, be disciplined. The way you are will matter how people will handle you. The way you are disciplined will matter the kind of discipline I'll give you in return. The way you dress, the way you conduct yourself. Brother, you lose chances. Sister, you will lose opportunities because of your discipline. And at the end, you'll have no identity. The third character, oh my God, this is so wonderful. Be creative. Nowadays, employers don't want wheelbarrows. Employers want people who think outside the box. Employers want people who will come say, "Sir, I feel that we should do this and this in this organization." They don't want people who wait for instructions. They don't want people who wait to be told. Be creative. Your creativity will send you out. Your creativity will bring an idea that will identify you. Nowadays, M-Pesa is well known, and the owner of M-Pesa is known for his creativity. He became creative. How can people transfer money? And from his creativity, he is now an identical figure in the country. After you have held the 4 principles, you have the 3 characters. Now, find a mentor. Mentors will see something unique in you and will build and shape that unique thing in you to create your identity. And our God is faithful. Our God is a God who works with promises. Our God provides. Like for my case, when I was a child, I was so much allergic to church. Church, no, with me. And my church pastor, Reverend Hesbon Nagemi, I think this is the first mentor that God provided me. He used to call me the man who denied Jesus whenever we met, simply because my name is Peter. Now he used to call me the man who denied Jesus. But the day I stepped church, he stopped calling me that name. I don't know why, I never stopped him. But since then, I've never heard him calling me the man who denied Jesus. Maybe it's because I started going to church. See how God has provided me mentors. God provided Madam Susan Sobaeni, who is not even my relative. She has knocked doors for me. She has walked with me like my own mother. When I'm in sorrow, she feels it more than me. And I thank God for her. She gave me mentorship. Another mentor that God provided me, I had somebody who I felt is more than a brother, Stephen Pina. He could call me to know my situation. Whenever he realized I'm lacking something because I never used to talk, he could provide. He taught me how to stay in Nairobi. And something funny with him, he used to tell me that in Nairobi you should be wide open. I don't know what he meant by being wide open. Anyway, God provided me Dr. Wale. I only knew that I can be a mentor, I can talk before people after meeting Dr. Wale. And I'm so happy for him. I feel so safe in his hands. And I'll know I'll be that great mentor who will touch your life and give you an identity. Now, after you have known your identity, your identity should not just impact you, but your identity should be of impact to even the society. We have to give back to the society as young men. We have to save our nation, because currently we are having a nation that a minister is richer than his ministry. We have to come out as young men who know our identities and stand for ourselves and for our nation. Something I feel that you should know is that nobody will bring the real of you but you yourself. Don't expect people to define you. Don't expect people to give you titles if you have not yourself decided that you should make a title. You should be identified as somebody. You can have identities that are same, but the way you are working things, somebody once told me that you cannot stop somebody from copying you, but you can set a standard that can't be reached. Now, don't fear seeing somebody doing the same things you are doing, but have a standard that he cannot do it. Finally, when I'm winding up, I have this funny say from a village elder saying, do the do's before the do's does you. You should work before work or life works on you. Thank you so much for staying tuned up with me. For more of these talks, visit the YouTube channel Youth 254 Raw.